Hey everybody, it's Rebecca at Cedar Creek Bottoms. Y'all come along with us on our journey. Today we are going to do a little bit of a tour of the farm and we're going to try to harvest some sweet potatoes. So let's see what we can do today. Alright, the herb garden still needs weeding, of course. I still got some work to do here. The ginger will be harvested soon. The turmeric will be harvested soon. I need to harvest this lemongrass, but let me see if I can show you what I found in here yesterday. I went to do something in here. There it is down there. What do y'all see? Yep. So, needless to say, that's got to come out. All the onions still. We need to do a final harvest on some of the mints and things. I need to harvest some more of the rosemary and the oregano and the sage. Harvest some of the seed heads from that echinacea there. We've got a lot of things to catch up on. In the meantime, this garden is getting ready for next year. It is being redone. We'll be piling up leaves and things like that in there. But I wanted to show you where we stand on our new garden. Well, not the new garden. This is the front yard garden. We planted garlic in here. And guys, look. It is starting to sprout. Okay, that stick down there is where the second variety begins and goes on out to the end. And then we have another row that has a third variety and a fourth variety. And then here I have radishes. I've got that trial I'm a member of that is coming up. I've got two different types of radishes, and one side has come up but the other side has not. And then I'm a member of another trial for two types of kale. So we have kale coming up. If I can find it. There it is. I've got to learn how to use the camera lens and not the viewfinder. So there's two types of kale coming up. One is Black Magic and the other is, I cannot remember, La Ciento or something like that. We also have some sweet peas planted, and then we have spinach, but it's not coming up yet. We have collards, and we have Brussels sprouts, and a row of broccoli. Now, let me show you my husband's planting. We have collards, 2 rows, excuse me, not collards, turnips, 2 rows, and 2 rows of mustard. Y'all, I think he seeded them very well. What do y'all think? I think he did a good job on seeding. We have quite a few seeds in there. In fact, we might be bordering on overseeded. So, but we will get some nice little salads out of these. Pick out all the extras, and just while they're still young, put them in salads. All right, let's head to the front where we are going to be getting the scissors to cut the vines for the sweet potatoes and everything, while I show you a few other things we have. We have tons of leaves. We've got to get these up and get them dumped in the gardens. But guys, the leaves aren't a problem. Alright, we have a peach tree that I planted from a seed. So this one will be a good pollinator for these two. Now this year we got one peach off of there. Next year, hopefully they'll have a lot more. We also have an apricot. So I'm looking forward to that producing. And then this area you see here will become strawberry beds. I've got strawberries that I've got to get planted. I've just got to basically get the dirt ready for the planting. Okay, so all of this over here is just a growing, and their sister again. Something else we have coming up, we have more planting to do. We'll probably get that done tonight or tomorrow. Had to get my camera stand though. Alright, so let me show you this. I went by the store after I had a doctor's appointment this morning and bought this. So we have cabbages. This is actually pretty much what the label says. Bonnie's Best. It's a hybrid. This is the red cabbage, and then this is the Savoy cabbage. Alright, so we'll have those to plant. And then I have some Egyptian walking onions. Was very happy to get these. The lady at the feed store just gave them to me. I'm so happy with those. We'll get those in the ground today. And then we have 4 starting onions. We have 2 more types of onions to get planted and a bag of shallots. So I'm very excited to get all that done. But like I said, today we're going to go and start getting up the sweet potatoes. There's my daughter's dog again. Still in Florida. Hey, Scout. So I'm walking with the camera and it's not very stable. I've got to figure that out, how to do that. But y'all just bear with us. We are learning. We are learning editing softwares and everything. If you have any suggestions that you want to give us on editing softwares and things like that, we are currently trying out a couple, trying to decide which one to buy. But y'all drop it in the comments below if you have any suggestions on one we should try. Alright, we planted irises a while back. Let me give you an update on those. Hopefully Scout will stop barking. Alright, here we go. So, look at these irises. They are coming up. They are looking very good. These will look wonderful next year. Next year these will be doing great. We'll have some to divide. We'll have some to hopefully have for sale. I love irises. Even if I don't sell them, I will be very pleased. We have a variety of colors and things here. So very happy with that. Now, the other thing is you see the blackberry on the post there. We have replaced all those down there that died with new ones. And all of these up here are doing well. Now, I planted a horseradish in here somewhere. There it is. And it is not doing well. So if anybody has any experience with planting horseradish and wants to give me some tips, I am gladly open to listening, okay? So just type those in the comments as well. We are open to listening to any and all tips for everything. So y'all just be sure and let us know what you think. Let us know what you want to learn. And we're going to go from there. Alright, let's see. This is what's left of the garden. We still have, we're going to take them for seed. Let's see if we can catch Sister doing her bouncy thing. Probably not. Come on, Sister, do your bouncy thing. She's on camera and she knows it. Nope. She's not going to do it. She hops through there like a rabbit, though. She's the funniest little dog. Nope, not going to do it. She chases the bugs and things in there. Alright, well, she's not going to do it, so maybe we'll catch her on it. Alright, so let me get this set up and we will start to harvest some sweet potatoes. Alright, so basically what I'm doing right now is I am getting the vines ready to where my husband and I can come through here and dig in a little while. We are going to feed some of these vines to the rabbits because they kind of like this stuff. We will see what we can get from the harvest. Now we have 4 rows of sweet potatoes out here, and like I said, I'm just cutting back the vines right now. Just got to find where the plants are to start with. Well, they're here somewhere. We grow a lot of vines, I can tell you that right now. A lot of vines. A lot of vines. There should be a row right here. Should be. But I'm having a little difficulty finding them. Alright, here's one. Alright, let me show you this. This is going to be awesome. Alright, so we found one of the vines, and I wanted you to see we already have sweet potatoes showing. So I bet we are going to have a good harvest. We will see. But I also see, if I can show them on the camera, y'all see him flying around in there? We have some yellow jackets. So hopefully they're not in the ground where I'm fixing to be digging, because that's not going to be pretty. Alright, so let me pull this back out, get in here and start cutting some vines. Alright. Also, one of the other things I wanted to show you is this. So, this is a segment of the sweet potato vine that touched the ground. It was actually trying to form sweet potatoes. Now, I don't know what production would be like if we actually pruned the vines and kept them from doing this, but if every place that touched the ground produced sweet potatoes like this, it would be cool if that actually produced. That would increase the harvest, but it may actually decrease the harvest. We have not done anything to actually test that theory. of sweet potatoes in here. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually take you over to the rabbit barn, and we're going to see how the rabbits like some of this. Let's see what Marshall is up to as well. Hey Marshall, what you doing, boy? Hey, so this is our wild child over here. He is a 2-year-old English pointer, and he just recently got fixed, so hopefully that'll calm him down. But he is on a run as well from there to there, so he has plenty of room. So don't think that we have tied our animals to a tree, because we have not. I wish we could let our animals loose. Maybe one day we can. For him, we are going to put up a fence from there to there, and then let him loose in this front section. But we've also at the same time got to fix it to where the chickens can still free range that area as well. So that is kind of where we are. We want the chickens to be able to escape the dog, because he's a hunting dog. He is not, you know, a guardian dog. He's a hunting dog. But he does help keep predators away. So that is something to keep in mind when you have animals. All right, let's walk around here. We're taking seems like the long way to get to the rabbit barn. Hey, Trouble. What you doing, boy? All right, let's see how these rabbits like some of this. Oh, hi, sister. You coming with me? Okay. So this is Bonnie. Bonnie is shedding bad right now. All of our rabbits are shedding bad. We're getting ready for winter, but they are still shedding like crazy. And I didn't bring anything for the cutting of the vines. I just laid it down. All right, guys, I'm going to pause it here, and we'll get back to this in just a moment. All right, we have the first row cleared off. We have fed the rabbits some of the greens. We're going to go through here and start digging now. Let's see what we got. So we've already seen we have some that are huge. We actually should have harvested these a while back. Now, this is where the main clump is. I'm going to come back out here to start my digging. Now normally, my husband and I both dig and do this together. So I dig one side and he digs the other. So today, I'm going to dig both sides. Alright, got some starting to come up out of the ground now. Alright, there's a couple. Let me go ahead and dump that out. There's a little one. I chopped it off actually. I wonder where it was. I don't see it. But here is the start of this one plant. Now, all the ones that get nicked, like this one, See where I scratched it there? That will need to be used quickly because that is where rot will start. Want to know why your sweet potatoes don't make it all the way through winter? That's one of the reasons. Okay, let's see what else we got in this hole. That was not a bad harvest for one plant. Oh, look at there, there's another one. So all that is one plant. And I'm going to keep on going down the same method all the way down the row where I did one side and then come back and get the other. Now I can tell where the potatoes should be simply because I left a piece of the vine up. And see, here is another sweet potato. And at the start of some more of the harvest. Now, I don't want to bruise these a lot, so I'm trying not to do a lot of digging on them and a lot of skinning them. And if you notice, when I tossed it, I didn't toss it onto another potato. Our dirt is a pretty good dirt. It's pretty soft through here, and for the most part, it remains kind of weed-free as long as, you know, you've got the shade of the plant under it. Now, on some of the garden, I had to do a little more weeding than usual, but overall, this garden here in the chicken yard doesn't get a lot of weeding needed. All right. So there we go. We have 2 sweet potato plants harvested. So out of 2, sweet potatoes have that many potatoes so far. Okay? Yep, we have that many. Not bad, is it? Okay? Alright, so we're going to continue digging down this row, and we will let you know at the end how many sweet potatoes we get out of this one row. We're just going to pause the camera while we work rather than showing y'all all the hard work, okay? Alright, with that I'm going to pause the camera. We'll be back. I did want to show you one real quick thing. There's a couple of potatoes through here that are super huge. So let me see if I can find them again. Here is one of them. Do y'all see that potato sticking up out of the ground? Y'all see that? That is going to be one potato. Now y'all don't want them to be that big when you do yours, so make sure you actually count your days to harvest and everything, and don't let them get that big, because really and truly they're not as good when they get that big. You think, oh, there's more of it, but that's not necessarily a good thing, so just keep that in mind. That's a sweet potato just laying right there on top of the ground. All of these, they're just laying. They're right there exposed. Now, another thing I wanted to show you is this. Give me a half a second. We found some predator damage. We have mice, apparently, that come through the chicken yard. Y'all see how they ate on it? All that right there, chipped it off. So this potato will more than likely not be good. I may chop off this part and cook it for dinner tonight, but it's not going to be one that lasts. But just look how they're sticking up out of the ground. I hope that the rest of this row has as good of a harvest as the first part did. And like I said, you can see where I left the vine to where I would know where to dig. Okay, so we come down here and we find another one that has a predator problem. Whoops. Yep, that one right there has a predator problem. It's done eat off part of it. And I'm pretty sure Sister has found the problem, because she has been digging after whatever's in this hole. So maybe she will get them. You would think between her and the chickens that we would not have any predators. Well guys, 4 rows of sweet potatoes ain't gonna get done unless I get to doing them. So I'm gonna let y'all go, and we will be back with the harvest total in a while. Till later. Alright, so it's time for an update on how many potatoes did we get from one row. Y'all ignore the loud dog in the background. All this is rabbit poop for the gardens. But look here. So we had a lot of small ones. We have a lot that are way too big. And then we have all this. This is all from one row. Alright, one row. I can only imagine how many more we'll get from the other 3. We also fed vines to rabbits, and there was a lot of really smaller pieces and broken pieces. We fed those to the rabbits as well. There's still some left to give them later. Some of the biggest ones we may cut up and feed to rabbits, and a couple of these that have some damage on them we'll probably feed to the rabbits as well. Y'all, one of the things that I hate seeing is this. Took my shovel right down the middle of it. So that is one that we will feed to the rabbits. I'll wash the dirt off, of course, and then we'll feed what's left of this poor potato to the rabbits, because I cut that in half twice. So some of these have some damage like this. That will be fed to the rabbit also. For the most part, most of our potatoes look good. I mean, they're not very big. Some of them are a bigger size and more what I'm looking for. But then there's some that's like this. That is a potato that is way too big. So we've got several potatoes like that here in this row, like that on the end. So y'all, we've got 3 more rows to dig up, and we may make another video and show you the harvest on all of them when we do a farm update. But for now, we've got the 1 row that we have dug up. We've got rain coming, which means those potatoes may end up being in the ground a little bit longer than we originally wanted. So let me walk over here, show you some chickens, show you some bunnies. Say hey, Bun Bun. So that water, that rabbit has access to a 15-gallon waterer right there, and they get checked every day and filled every day. We've been throwing watermelon over to the chickens. They have loved eating the watermelon. That's our feeder over there. That feeder, of course, I need to do some work on, but I think they have ate most of the feed in there, and it's about time to fill it up. But as you can see, it's 2 of those. There you go, now you can see it. 2 of those. They both have layer pellets in them. We use pellets versus crumbles because it's less waste. Y'all, look at what's on the ground down there. Those chickens are standing in the crumbles basically because they have scraped them out. So we don't feed crumbles, we feed pellets. Alright guys, so that's it for today's video. We're going to go ahead and get started on our farm chores and everything. We'll show you through the farm chores another day. But for now, that's what we got. Scout. Enough. Hush. Sister, go play with him so he'll hush. Alright. So till next time guys, it's Rebecca from Cedar Creek Bottoms. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye guys.